of maintaining the 40 stitches. So I'll be right back. Okay, I have my 40 stitches and I have done the increase phase where we increased here and we increased here. And now we're going to start phase 2, which is going to be increase at the beginning, decrease at the end. I'm going to use this pretty bright blue to show the difference, but you can continue on with the yarn you've got, or you can change colors. So I went ahead and cut my yarn just so I don't have extra yarn hanging for now. I'm going to continue on in the next phase, which is the maintenance stage. So I'm going to slip the first stitch. Wait just a second. I have something happening here. Let me fix it. That last stitch came undone. All right. Let's get back to it. We got 40 stitches. So now I'm going to increase on the second stitch like we have been doing. So I'm going to slip the first stitch. Then I'm going to put my yarn in the back, and now I'm going to start using my new color. So now I'm going to do an increase on the second stitch, an increase. Let me loop my new color. Go around the front loop, reach around for the back loop. I'm going to hold the tail over here in my left hand, and then I'm going to pick up that back leg and knit it. And now I'm going to knit to the second to the last stitch. So I just did an increase, and so I'm going to have to match that with a decrease. So we're going to decrease 1 at the end of the row. All right, we worked our increase at this end, so now we're going to work a decrease. When we get down to these last 3 stitches, I'm going to knit these 2 together and then knit the last one. So I'm going to go into these before the end, I'm going to go into these last 2 stitches and I'm going to knit them together. I find it easier going through the back loop, but you can go through the front, no problem. So knit those 2 stitches together, we decreased, and then knit the last stitch. So now we've increased here, decreased here. So turn it over on the back of my work, and I'm going to continue exactly as we have for this panel. We're going to slip the first stitch, put our yarn to the back, and then knit the rest of the stitches. So again, just to save time, I'll meet you back here at the end of the row. We're going to knit every stitch. And again, these stitches will be a little looser than yours will be because I changed colors. So I'm just going to tighten everything back up. Yours won't be that loose. So now we're at the beginning of our right side row, and we're going to continue to do the same thing. You'll start to see what's happening here in just a minute. We're going to increase on this end, decrease on this end. A couple more rows and you'll see what's happening. So we're going to slip the first, increase, then we're going to knit down to the end of the row. When we get 3 stitches left, we're going to work a decrease because we just worked an increase. 3 last stitches. We're going to knit these 2 together through the back loop, knit them together, knit the last stitch. Now we're going to knit our way back on the back side. We're going to slip the first stitch and then knit all the stitches back. I'll meet you at the end of the row. All right, turn it around here and see what's happening. So if we lay this down, you can see we continue to increase here, but now you can see at this end we've turned a corner, and now we're starting to maintain our 40 stitches. So now instead of continuing to increase, we're now creating a border here, an edge here. So you can see we've turned a corner. We're still maintaining the slipped stitch edge, but by increasing here, decreasing here, we're keeping the same stitch count, and now we're going to slowly go up the panel. So again, I'm going to turn off the video. I'm going to work a few 10, 15 rows, and then you can really see what's happening. Okay, I've done several rows past where we left off. We can see that we're still maintaining 40 stitches across. I'm working an increase on this end, a decrease on this end, and let's compare it with our original to see where we're at. If we lay this on top, we are moving right along. So you can see here where we're at. I'm just about to where this color change happened. So what I'm going to start doing next, we've maintained the 40 stitches, and you will keep maintaining 40 stitches until you get to the top of the stripe. And the top of the stripe for you is going to be however long you want the blanket to be. So I will tell you that my measurement, I haven't measured it, but I will go get a tape measure and I will measure it and tell you what it is. But what we're going to do now, let's go down to the end of our stripe, down to this end. This is the same first stripe. That now, at some point in your work, you're moving up here, at some point you need to start the final phase, which is the decrease phase, where we are going to be decreasing our stitches down to this point. So you decide how long you want the blanket to be. I will insert text on my screen once I measure it, so you'll know how long mine was, and then you continue doing this increase here, decrease here, and then at some point you'll get to this point, and I'll show it to you and I'll add another color here, but at this point we're going to start decreasing here and decreasing here.